My girlfriend and I are going to Denmark soon. And my girlfriend has made an itinerary of the things we plan to do and see when we get there. See? It lists them day by day and the places. It's very efficient, which you would expect of a Dane. But it's also very Viking-like. See, want, get. That's what the Vikings did. And I think that the Vikings had itineraries when they went on their expeditions, because I think I have seen a copy of a reproduction of the Lindisfarne itinerary from 793. I can just see a couple of Vikings discussing the itinerary before they went on their expedition. Hi. So we're off to Lindisfarne? Yeah, that's where we're off to. Excellent. And they reveled in enjoying the discussion of what they planned to do. So what's on the itinerary for our trip to Lindisfarne? Okay, on June 5th, we set sail for Lindisfarne. Oh, it'll be a good sail to Lindisfarne. We passed by it once before. Then we greet the locals. Oh, you know how much I like to meet the locals. Then we plunder and acquire treasure. Oh, I love to acquire treasure. And to plunder too. Then we sail home. Oh, it's gonna be a good sail home with our treasure and our plunder. Then we drink and carouse till we pass out. Oh, you know how I like to drink and carouse until I pass out. Oh, I just can't wait to drink and carouse and pass out. Yeah, I thought you'd like that itinerary. So my girlfriend also has an itinerary. It's a little more elaborate than what the Vikings had for Lindisfarne. So here are some of the highlights. We start off in Copenhagen, taking a harbor cruise, where they take you around the harbor of Copenhagen and you get to see the sights from the water. It's a very comfortable way to begin your visit. It's the something the Vikings would do, probably when they got to Lindisfarne. They took a little harbor cruise and then they went and did what they had to do. We're also going to see Viking, the original amusement park in Copenhagen. And this is not in the center of Copenhagen like Tivoli, but it's on the, you have to go a little farther out of the city, which means that it is not a tourist attraction. It is the place where my girlfriend says this is where the locals go to enjoy their rides and amusements, and of course their beer tastings. Also, I swear to God, I am going to get up to the top of the marble church. Last year, and a few other years, I have been frustrated, as you can see. And thank you, Denmark, and thank you to the Marble Church for giving me an existential visit. I guess I got a little Viking in me too. In fact, I guess we all have a little Viking in all of us. After we visit Copenhagen, we're off to Aarhus, where her mother lives. I'm going to get to see the Viking Museum in Aarhus, and I'm going to go to Den Gamle By. Why? Because I finally know how to pronounce it. Den Gamle By. First time I saw it, was Den Gamle By? Den Gamle By? No, Den Gamle By. After Aarhus, we're off to Aalborg, which is the big city in northern Jutland. I've been there a few times, but I've only passed through, as you can tell. And we are back in Aalborg. Now, I have really yet to venture past this little staging area. In Aalborg, we're going to tour the Aalborg Cathedral. We're going to look at the building where they have an apothecary museum. We're hopefully going to the underground cloisters, and we're going to have dinner near the street where all the parties are. I think they have like 22 dance clubs on this one street, making it one of the great hot spots of northern Jutland, if not all of Denmark. My girlfriend loved it. She used to go there, and on her way home, because she lived in Aalborg, she'd get a blue burger. Unfortunately, the blue burger no longer exists, so we're going to have to find other nocturnal nourishments. But I am sure that Aalborg is going to nourish my soul and my eyes and my aesthetics. Once we have seen a little bit of Aalborg, her father's going to pick us up and we're going to go to Cebu. See, I'm even pronouncing that correctly when I used to call it Cebu. No, it's Cebu, city by the sea. So we're going to drive to Cebu. Oh, I did it again. We're going to drive to Cebu. When we're in Cebu, we're going to enjoy the beautiful coastline, and her father is going to take the two of us to a special secret beach. They won't tell me the location, and I'm afraid they may blindfold me and take away my GPS so I cannot know its name, location, nor how to get there. Shh, very secret beach. We may get to see Frederikshavn, which I have heard was a very grand city, but once Swedish people were allowed to buy alcohol in Sweden or something like that, the entire industry of selling alcohol to Swedish people fell apart, and so did the local economy. We may get to Skagen, which is the top of Denmark, where the three seas meet. I expect we will have a wonderful time in Cebu. We had one last year, why not? It's very relaxing. We'll also get to eat some open-faced sandwiches, just like we had last year. After visiting her father in Cebu, we are back to Copenhagen, where we prepare to go back home. Unfortunately, it's always too short. We're still going to enjoy a few things. We're going to go to a special art museum, and we're going to enjoy hanging out in the evening at the harbor, looking at the boats go by. It's a wonderful moment, sunset in Copenhagen. And while we're not going to be pillaging and plundering like the Vikings of bygone eras, we're still going to be taking home memories and treasures, like little dip mixes and tea towels. I guess we're all Vikings, aren't we? No gold, no treasure, no marauding and pillaging. What's the matter with these modern Vikings? Though maybe a little kinder and gentler than those we have myths about. Anyway, I am going to be enjoying this trip, and I will report back afterwards. Thank you kindly.